To guide their decisions on how to live their life, most people are going to look to their friends, family, institutions, schools, organizations, religions, the Bible. I've been looking at something else basically exclusively in 2022, and that is Bilib, which is the palindrome for a word I'm creating today, really to sum up kind of my mindset for this year and what I have believed in and what has kind of guided essentially every action I've taken this year. So we've got a bit of a loose, whippy life lesson for today's Daily Do. Bilib is essentially living to be everything you can be and everything you want to be. Not having any reservations toward yourself, holding yourself back, except to limit yourself by living in what you believe in. So you hold yourself to trying to be the best thing you possibly can be, living in the way that you think people should, the most admirable way you possibly can. This is how I've been living over, I'd say, the last 9 months since 2022 started, and I've been on this Wippy thoughts experiment. Because I don't really trust much of anything anymore, or I don't believe in much of anything and see that it's going to bring me what I want and help me, essentially. So it's been very internally focused on how to resolve my problems. I've really relied on myself to dig myself out of this deep pit of depression I've been in for years. And I've finally gotten out of that to now be at probably the happiest I've been in years. And it's coming at a time where things still really are not going well for me. If you look at my life on paper, I have essentially zero social life. It's rare that I see a friend in person. I have nothing going on romantically, and I basically never had my entire life. In my job, I've had zero upward trajectory. Even though I've had a lot of improvements with Activision and how my job is functioning, I'm still on the same level, same position. And my personal endeavors, where I put basically all of my effort on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, it's the worst performing period I've maybe ever had. I just can't even get off the ground with Wippy Thoughts. It's been terrible from a performance standpoint and how viewership has been, So you would expect my mind to just be in a puddle, probably of blood. But instead, it's in bucket hat. It's doing pretty good. And I have a lot more belief and optimism and satisfaction with what I've been doing and how I've been conducting myself throughout my life in these last 9 months than I've had in a long time. And I'd say it's due to the tenets of Bilib. But I've maintained my integrity, my beliefs. I've done everything the way I think it should be done every step of the way. And I've conducted myself in the way that I want to. I don't feel cheap or dirty about anything I've done. Because I know if I would have been successful not doing that, it would have eaten at me endlessly. So it's really about conducting myself by my beliefs that I've garnered over my 23 years of wisdom-enhancing life, and never deviating from them at any point. Then trying to do the most ambitious, great thing I can with that, and try to be everything I possibly can be. Not count myself out of anything, because the world will do that enough. They will say that I can't be enough things already, so I don't have to do it too. I will take as many steps forward as I can. If I can't get to the finish line, whatever, I'll do everything I can. I don't even really think that it's most likely that I'm going to succeed in this stuff, or that, oh yeah, I'm going to be the greatest version of me. I don't know if that's going to happen. I absolutely can't guarantee it, and I cannot try-sure it. I have no clue what's going to happen because there's so many different factors other than what I'm doing. But I can know I'm going to try, I'm going to give it full effort, and I'm going to do it my way. And so if I am successful doing it that way, that's pretty sweet. If I'm not, I'm still being everything that I want to be and living the way that I think I should, living the way that I think everyone should. So really, it's kind of a win-win whether I win or I lose. And so even though I've been losing for a long time, it doesn't really feel like that. However, if you're trying to be everything, you're going to fail to be a lot of things. So that's something you'll have to be comfortable with, and you'll have to get ready for it. Because it's not easy. It can just as easily make you feel like an ultimate predecessor if you cannot find ways to bring success out of what you're trying to do, which is everything. There's going to be plenty of discouragement and disappointment along the way, but I think that's something that I've gotten so comfortable with. It's to the point where everything of additional disappointment and discouragement, it doesn't matter whatsoever to me. I already don't believe in anything else anymore. All I believe in is Bilib. Just doing everything I can to live the most admirable life where I will be the best possible version of myself in everything I want to be, everything I believe in. So if external forces are holding me back and I'm not getting to where I want to be, despite trying and using all of my energy to try to make that happen, so what? It sucks that I still can't be successful at that point, but it's not like I'm some all-powerful being. I'm a human being, just trying to do everything that is possible from my standpoint. So that's just kind of how I've been thinking lately, but I've made so many changes throughout my life the last couple months that have been so personally helpful and made me feel a lot better that it just might be a turning point soon. Additionally, this series might be switching up a little bit soon. We're going to be up to something. And we structured the palindrome Bilib as it is because it's really all about belief in the individual and in I, and also it's structured like Bible because it's kind of this thing that you live after and that really helps guide kind of the meaning in your life. And I did want the only vowel to be I in there because it's a very individualist kind of focus. Song of the day is I by Kendrick Lamar. This is a song talking about loving oneself and having all of this great confidence and swagger. Got a very interesting chorus and is quite distinctly Kendrick. A lot of great stuff going on in this song and seems very on point for Bilib, or at least just some self-love. Then the video of the day is a Norm Macdonald suicide joke. This one was so damn relatable and I absolutely understand.
People commit suicide, people go, I don't understand why. And I go, you don't? You don't know about life? How it only disappoints and gets worse and worse until it ends in a catastrophe?
Norm executes this joke so fucking well and manages to kind of layer it up quite a bit too, and pre-jacks this one pretty intensely, gets a lot of good stuff in there. Expertly done by Norm Macdonald. Rest in peace. That's what we have for the Daily Do. Peace out.